podcast, we definitely discuss healing. We discuss aspects of psychology. We discuss, like, you becoming the best you, mental wellness,
For sure.
health,
Femininity, parenthood, dating
definitely
as
dating.
single parents. And it's from a lens of two psychologists,
Yeah.
So,
But also to people who grew
mhm,
up like with both parents,
mhm,
married parents, and then, like, you all know that Chloe and I are the youngest of our crews, like her
yeah.
siblings and my siblings. So
Mhm.
yeah, so it's from that
Looking,
perspective
yeah,
as
looking at
that.
life through that lens. So
Yeah.
you're gonna get a whole lot of things
Mhm.
from us being women, going through
Mhm.
life as parents, and all of these awesome attributes. But
Yeah.
yes, womanology, the study of women.
The study of women.
We back. We are back. Everyone needs an Aquarius in the building as always. Man, we appreciate all the love everybody been showing. A lot of comments. Dom, would you like to talk about you being the pimp on the showroom floor? Is a way for us to kind of kick this off a little bit, just as a recap from last week. Dom proceeded to let us all know how she pimped the whole job situation.
I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do nothing
I
that
didn't say
he.
you did anything wrong.
I'm just saying, like, I just want to let the record show I don't feel bad for anything. I don't feel anything. The comments were hilarious to me because I'm just out here having a good time. You know,
Look, I already know you're a
I'm
gangster.
private.
I was
I'm
glad the
gonna.
people got to see your gangster as much as I know your gangster.
Oh my gosh. You guys are really funny. Um, and the people that responded,
No,
we
people
went way
responded on both the clip and the full show, so it was like all
yeah.
over.
So I think the main comments, because I was trying to go back in, I think they're all in the full show. So hold on really quick. I wanted to pull up a couple, just really quick. And I'm glad again, y'all responded and told us some of y'all stories.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The one
So,
was said she like, but she had a baby or married to do this something in one of them.
well, the man I messed this she said her name is oddly other woman. I feel it. The man I messed with at work ended up engaged to and oh shit. I think I read this wrong the first time.
Hold on. So hold on. Let me see.
Hold on. It says the woman I met, the man I messed with at work, I ended up engaged to and had a kid. So it happens way more than people want to say. I read that so backwards the first time,
Oh,
girl.
you thought she was already engaged? He was engaged.
Yeah, I thought I read it like he was engaged. No, she was ended up engaged to him, and they ended up having a kid together.
Woo-wee.
Yeah, I was like,
Hey,
wow.
other woman, can you let us know like what was this? What was the job? I just understand what job situation was it? Was it working at rallies or was it working at JP Morgan?
You, I'm telling you, inner office affairs happen way are just common. It's funny because when I would tell like my sister like the inner workings, inner workings of like stuff that happened at work, she was like, I always wanted to have an inner office affair, and it never happened. So I'm telling you, there's a fantasy, like there's a thrill behind it.
So is it set up like Boomerang where y'all mess around the first time on a company trip and then it kind of develops from there? Or like what is the full like what is the what I mean? Like it like does it happen on the Christmas party night, and y'all drunk at the hotel, you like, what, I got points.
Yeah, I just Boomerang is just like kind of like a terrible example because it gets so
Whoa,
messy.
whoa, whoa.
No. I didn't say it was a terrible movie. It's a terrible
Oh,
example because it gets messy. The hope is for it not to get messy. And you just want it to be kind of like a situation. Maybe it's happening a couple of times just off of, the radar, and nobody's on nobody's radar. So they'll never find out. But once people find out, it always gets messy because then it's somebody, oh, I really liked you. It just becomes a huge ordeal for no reason. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You what?
so how many people do you think there's been, but it never got out within everybody else, and it was like really like low key kept for whatever time, and they broke up, and it was nothing talked about with it. Or you think it always spills over to be some mess?
I think it probably spills over to be something messy, you know, probably quite often, as opposed to it not happening. But the ones that happen, it's probably like a small percentage. Like I know a couple of people at our when I was working for Nordstrom, they ended up getting married. But they didn't work in the same department. Like somebody might have been on a different floor, you know, different department. So it really wasn't like that. And even at my current job now, they were trying to say this one chick that I'm cool with was messing with this guy that built boxes. And I was just, and I'm not job shaming, but you know, people like, well, they used to go to lunch. They were really cool and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, somebody going to get food together does not always mean that somebody is fucking on the low. Now, this man was messy and he would do, I'm going to be honest. I don't know how this man had a job, to be quite honest, because he would just do shady, like fucked up shit to people consistently. And so he was kind of like one of the girls, like he was messy. And so that's how that rumor even got out. But I knowing how, like, the type of men that this woman was dating, this just, it was weird. It was weird.
Didn't match up with what she kind of heard.
It didn't match up. And now, granted, I'm not saying that people sleep with people. They don't sleep with people that are outside
proximity.
of the usual. Yeah.
Just like black on black crime is proximity.
Yeah. And so, and that I was just like, man, no, there's nothing about him that's even remotely attractive outside of his height.
Oh, he was a tall guy.
He was just tall. I was like, because he looked like he looked like a greaser kind of. You remember The Outsiders?
Yes.
Like he was kind of greasy like that, a little bit. I feel like he definitely was probably drinking before he came into work on his breaks. All of that stuff, but yeah, he was a degenerate.
He was a degenerate.
Yeah, sure. I like saying greaser though. I had to bring it back.
All right, let's jump in. Aaliyah, there is a woman says that Aaliyah, she is the love child of Aaliyah and R. Kelly.
First of all, that girl looked like that boy that was on the internet during lockdown that was crying and singing them old Negro spirituals. Do they not look just alike?
Yo, I didn't even
identical. That's probably that boy with a wig on.
Yo. Oh, damn. Wow. Okay. Fair enough.
You're laughing. I'm dead ass. I just really believe, first of all, so if Aaliyah was alive, she would be what, 40? I think she would have been 40.
No, she's older than me. She'd be like 44.
I thought Aaliyah was born in.
Aaliyah was born in 79, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
However old she would be. And isn't this girl, I just want you.
A woman.
Huh?
Yeah, she's born in 79. So she would have been 44 in January 16th.
So how old is this girl saying that she's supposed to be again? She said, so it doesn't make sense because Aaliyah been dead 20 years.
Mm-hmm. So you got to think.
And you got to,
because that would have to be in the 90s. Then,
and
like
she would be like
damn near 30.
Damn near 30.
Yeah.
Man, what are you doing? And then she had the nerve to say that she got her mama voice and then she tried to sing. What? Y'all just, this is what makes the internet fun. I'm not even gonna hold you.
So do you think she's trolling or she's mentally unstable?
She's trolling. I don't think she's mentally unstable.
Okay.
Sometimes people with their mental in place just like to get on there and say wild dumb shit. And what are we doing? We have her trending and we are talking about her because it is wild as hell. Because the math don't even make sense. Like this girl looks like she's 14.
The math don't math.
I wish you would have had the clip so we could hear her sing, because it's that.
I'm on insert it right here. I'm
like, please put in her singing, because it's bad. And why?
Okay, I'm about to sing for y'all because I feel like I have my mother's voice and my mother's had her voice, and it just been passed on. It makes with my dad too. And it is what it is. How could the one I gave my heart to break my heart so bad? How could the one who made me happy make me feel so sad? Oh, somebody tell me. Somebody tell me, please. If you love me, how could you hurt me like that? How could the one I gave my world to throw my world away? How could the one that said I love you say the things you say? Oh, somebody tell.
People so desperate to be affiliated or associated with this thing? Like this
it's fuckery. It's fuckery. That's why.
It's honestly, as mad as people are at, R. Kelly and his camp, honestly, I am just as mad at her mama and her family.
And the Hankersons.
The Hankersons, the aunt, the uncle, the cousin, everybody that get money off of his old albums, all this shit, so they wouldn't tell. All y'all can burn under the prison, because all y'all low-key deserve to be there. And the people that sent their kids with, thinking that he was, and we've known about this person's patterns and history for a long time, all y'all can burn under prison as well, because that's where y'all deserve to go. And y'all out here crying for help. It's one thing. I still think people are creepy for wanting to even sleep with him, knowing he was peeing on people, little girls.
Man, look. I know a woman though. She was actually older than me. R. Kelly was trying to flirt with her, whatever, and I'm like, why'd you even entertain that?
I know somebody that did sleep with him.
Really? Was she younger or what?
Old enough to know better.
But she was an adult, at least.
Yeah.
Okay, so she wasn't underage though.
She wasn't underage. Yeah.
Was she? I'm just trying to get perspective with it. Was she a younger girl at the time, or was she like an old ass chick at this time messing with R. Kelly?
Older, same age, just looks young.
Ooh, that was gonna be my second question. Like, did she look young, or did she look her age?
Yeah. So she just looked young.
So she just messed with him one time, but she wasn't kicking it with him.
Oh, she wasn't kicking it.
So R. Kelly had a range though. He was overall just.
I think it's this weird. I think it's this weird, unhealthy fascination that some men have with young women, and it's a level of innocence and purity that men have become obsessed with. And I'm not here to say all men, but I had this conversation the other day. I really, truly, wholeheartedly believe that there are some people that are very, very obsessed with women, like being pure, like the idea of never being touched by anybody. Let me teach you, let me show you this, and blah, 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 blah. Like this idea of a woman just like being
the Madonna horror complex.
That stuff. It's like, it's weird.
It's the Madonna horror complex.
Yeah. And so well, I was even explaining it to like my play brother. I was just telling him, I was like, a lot of men are like this, and I think it's really fucked up, and that's not supposed to be the expectation for men. Like, if this is something that y'all are putting up on, like women, it needs to go both ways. Y'all think about it as if, oh, but how many people would really want somebody to be? My body's numbers don't count, and I'm not even afraid to even be like, what number? And if a nigga asks me my number, or if you're obsessed with that, you are fucking weird.
You're
like
weird as fuck. You're
weird as fuck, and you might need to go seek mental help, like because it doesn't. When you think about like the concept of vagina, like the vagina expands. Ooh, I forget. Isn't it like something like 8 inch? No, not 8 inches. It's like it's a certain amount of inches, maybe close to like a foot. Like when women go to give birth, right?
Yep.
It's like the size of a balloon, like that you blow into.
Yep.
So when you think about that concept and how it can contract and do all these different
things, and you don't know because it could go back.
You don't know, you snap back, and then people are like, I didn't know she had kids. I could, because you can't. But also, while we're here, it's just that all vaginas like are not created equal. Things feel different. All dicks are not created equal. Some of y'all, we can't even feel it. Whatever. But y'all don't hear us talking about, oh, he's a man whore or something like that. We don't really care about stuff. We care about the experience. Is it a good experience? Like that's more so the conversation that I believe that women have, at least women that I tend to hang with. I don't care about how many people you slept with. Everybody got a pass. Who cares?
I do want to go to a tweet you put up recently about
what I say.
You said something about like he thought it was good moans, but you were like,
oh, I was screaming. Okay. Okay.
Yo.
Okay. I'll read the tweet. So y'all, my friend Patrick was telling, and I'm pretty sure it's for his podcast, was to ask us.
Shout out to Patrick and Tahir.
Yeah, what up, y'all? What up, y'all? It was. I be tweeting so much like that. I'm trying to. It's been the hardest place to build a following on Twitter, by the way, and I just.
Twitter used to be easier to get like.
Yeah, I don't know. I posted something on TikTok, and I left it for a couple of days. I just logged in today, and I've had like almost 200 people follow me.
Wow.
And I'm like, are these bots? Are these real people? I'm confused. Okay, so it says women only. What's the time you let a dude hit and ghosted him and why? Story time. And I said, dude, scratch my inside. Confused with the scream. He confused the scream with the moan, then asked me to be his girlfriend mid-pump.
Yeah, that's some gangster shit though, to be like, you want to be my lady?
Please. I told him to take me home.
Oh, like what after you said like what was
I didn't let him finish. I didn't even finish. It don't count.
Was so I mean, not to get all up in your business like that, but I'm saying
we in my business. I told all my business last week.
So is it too big?
No, it was not good. He would pump and stop. I don't think he did the pre-ejaculation before I got there like that. But I think that's why he was stopping, because the sensation was so good.
Oh, yeah. If you ever seen the movie Something About Mary, that's some real shit though. Sometimes, especially the first time with a woman, you always want to get that pre-nut out. You know,
yeah,
just to make sure it's an enjoyable experience for her, because it's really about getting a repeat service. So really, if you're as smart as a man, you don't worry about coming the first time. You want repeat service.
Yeah, so
you can feel if it's good. Like, all right, it's good. I ain't gonna come, but this feel good.
Y'all just do too much and not enough. Okay. Okay, like I'm sitting here, I'm like, what the hell is going on? I just, honestly, I've just been overwhelmed in an underwhelming way. And that is the story of a lot of things that happen in my life. I'd be overwhelmed in a very underwhelming way, if that makes sense.
Wow, so was it was the badness of the sex, or the fact that he's trying to ask you to be his girlfriend during it?
It was everything that was happening. It was everything that was happening, and it just was not fun. It wasn't good. I just was over it and ready to go home, and I made him take me home.
Did you talk to him again?
No.
Not at all. Not even like, hey.
He was calling, and I was ignoring. I was
Damn.
also, shit, that happened. I was like, what, like 19, 18, 19?
Oh, so he was inexperienced then.
No,
Situation.
he was older than me. He
Okay.
should have known better. I think he was doing too much. And what if I was like, yeah, and then you had that clarity nut, and then I'm thinking we go together.
You'd have 2 kids right now with some bad sex.
No. I probably would have been like, so I wasn't trying to be, like just ugh.
All right. The Grammys was this past week on Sunday. What'd you think overall? Beyonce didn't win for any of the categories people thought she was. She did win electronica for a couple, and then I think she won best song. I think she got 3.
She has 3. So you guys, Sunday night was one of the most talked about nights in the music in the music industry. And so many crazy things happened that night. Chris Brown didn't know who Robert Glasper was, though. Robert Glasper was like his 18th birthday party.
And he fucking has 2 other Grammys before this.
He has 2 other Grammys. Same category, like
in the same category.
Same category. Lizzo won Song of the Year, which I am very happy. And I would have been.
That song was everywhere. That song was everywhere.
It was everywhere. I'm gonna be honest. I've known who Lizzo was before Lizzo blew up. My friend used to send me her stuff, and so to see her rise to fame has been really, really cool. And people feel like Lizzo was an overnight success, but Lizzo been working at this for a minute. Yeah. So that's always really cool to see. Bad Bunny, you looked good. You always look good.
Look here, man. Bad Bunny is like my light-skinned spirit animal. That dude, because he just be everywhere randomly.
He just be everywhere randomly. He just be fine everywhere randomly. Liked his look with his little hat that was backwards. The green complemented his complexion. Beyonce arrived late. Jay-Z was trying to get her liquored up, and she said no, so that was cute.
He was also mad that she got her there late. They got them there late. He ain't getting none of the pre-food. I think.
The Grammys is because it's at Staples, so there's no food.
That wasn't in Atlanta?
No, the Grammys is always here. That's not Staples no longer, but it's downtown.
Oh, I thought it was in Atlanta for some reason this year.
No, it's at Crypto. So it's what's so funny is that even at the Grammys, the concession stands are open, all of that. And shout out to our people, Dave.
Yes, Dave Giles.
They produced Cozy.
Yep.
On Beyonce's album track 2. This a reminder. And one of their Grammy winners now, contributed to one of the biggest albums of the year. I don't know, the chaos that this album has caused. My God, and no visuals. And Beyonce has now set a Grammy record. She broke the record, but she is now the most decorated artist in the history of the Grammys. So that's really cool. That was really cool to experience that. Shout out to Jahan. They got to experience it in real time. But watching it from the comfort of my living room, I don't know. I kind of got emotional. I'm like, why am I crying? Emotional, and proud. And I think it was just something because we're Black and we know how we have to work quadruple harder than everybody else to be seen, to be heard, and to know that she accomplished this. It was really dope. Lizzo had me crying too. Yeah, it might have been just, PMS shit. But I was crying. And then, oh my God, then the tribute. And then, Quavo performing. And yeah, that was just very emotional as well. And then word on the curb is that he and Offset kind of got into a little tussle behind the stage.
It wasn't it was just an argument.
It was an argument, but I'm also like, why the hell was Offset even back here? Because
Cardi B.
She is a one person. He didn't need to be back there with her.
Well, you know, if your lady, just like if you with your
Listen,
man,
he needs to sit his ass down, just like Jay-Z had his ass in the audience when Beyonce was getting her awards and doing whatever, you know. But I will say, I'm not a person that really be big on symbolism or things like that. And I don't know how much you watched or how much anybody else watched.
I just heard of, you just want the Sam Smith thing?
Dog.
I didn't watch it. I didn't see that. So I just heard people talking about it.
And you know, like they talk so much shit about like Nicki Minaj performing Roman's Revenge. And it was kind of like, I was like, I don't know. I might need to go to church after this, watching it.
It was that crazy.
It was red, it was fire. You felt like it was like and I understand that's the feel of it. You're supposed to feel like there's some sort of like ritual or thing happening, but it was just very, I don't be liking stuff like that. And I'm not a person that's like, oh, people be sacrificing themselves and doing this, they're Illuminati initiates. I don't believe stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm a person that's big like on energies and all that stuff, and I can pick up on it from anywhere. And when I was watching, I was like, yeah, this don't feel right. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but it just didn't feel good. But that was interesting, and Bad Bunny opened it as well. But I will say this, because I don't think people realize how big Blackness is important to any industry.
I agree.
And when they did the 50th anniversary performances for hip hop, you know, I mean, everybody just seeing how you're seeing people kind of fan out how we fan out, like Jay-Z. Who else was in the audience? Pharrell, all these different people around, like screaming, getting their life like us and going up. It's important. And I really just, and it's more people, you know, than you would expect. That's a little more culture. There's some of the whites that were like enjoying themselves, you know, not just sitting, but it was just the impact that hip hop alone has to so many other things that take place. And you see it, and they kind of started, you know, like at the beginning of a little bit, and then we end like, you know, like you see Glorilla, Lil Baby, like all these different things. It was just really dope to see all these people like unite and like really put on for us. And it just felt like, it felt like a community. Mm-hmm. Like there was all this love, and you could feel that, and you could see that. And so that was what's super dope. But to the person that tweeted that shit about Nelly.
Hold on, what they say about Nelly?
Let me tell you right now. She tweeted that like Nelly had a moment, and she's not gonna deny this moment, but he didn't have that big of an impact.
No, that's bullshit.
And she was surprised to see him there when she saw him in the audience, and then she was like, oh, he performed. Okay. So what y'all not gonna do, and this was my response to her, is play with Cornell Hayes Jr., right? Nelly did not have a moment. He had an impact. He made an impact. Mm-hmm. And if you are, and it takes you to travel to different regions and different parts of the world to understand that impact. Nelly is.
You know where the girl is from? Did it say where she was from?
It didn't say where she was from.
Okay.
She didn't respond to my ass after I said what I said to her.
She must have been getting pelted.
So Nelly is one of the few rappers that have gone diamond. It's him, Eminem. I can't remember who.
Tupac.
I didn't know Tupac was diamond.
Yeah, Tupac went diamond with All Eyes on Me.
Okay, so think about the time. Physical copies. No streaming exists. To go diamond is something that is very hard to achieve. You have to sell a certain amount of records, physical copies, and Nelly achieved that. Nelly also paved the way for a lot of people that from we had a moment. We made an impact. There are people.
Outkast is the other one.
Huh?
Outkast is the other person.
Okay.
That's your diamond is Eminem, Nelly, Outkast.
Listen,
oh, my bad. MC Hammer. I forgot about him. MC Hammer.
Oh yeah. It gets lost in the bankruptcy.
Lauryn Hill too, but I don't know if that's not a rap album, but
well, we're not doing that today. Yes, it is.
It's not a rap album.
It is.
No, it's not.
But it's
an R&B album.
It's
how many rap songs are on there?
Oh my
like
God.
3?
No, there.
Yeah, no, we can have this conversation. No, there's only 3 rap songs on that album.
Back to Nelly, the issue, the subject at hand. Nelly created a lane, and it opened up the doors for people like Chingy, like a Jaquan. We had Toya for a second. We had Jibbs.
It's the sound. It's the sound.
That's what I'm saying. So that created something for a lot of people, and people emulated that. It wasn't a lot of rappers out here rapping and singing. Sweatsuit was something that was never heard of prior to Nelly doing that. Like, you might have had an LL Cool J, I Need Love, but was he singing? No. Nelly did something that was different. And if I'm gonna start some shit right now, to me, he opened the lane for Drake to be doing that same shit.
100%. He's Drake's godfather.
Rapping and singing, and this is not even a dig at Drake. I'm just being honest, and that's just how I feel, and I'm entitled to my feelings and my opinions.
Yeah, so
you're not. What y'all gonna stop doing on this Beyonce's internet is playing with fucking Nelly, okay? Because even still, when I moved out here, I ended up in Vegas at like Memorial Day weekend. When Nelly came out, I think, and actually it wasn't when I first moved, it was like maybe a couple years afterwards. We ended up like kicking it with like not slow down. What's his brother name? City
Spud. Yep.
No. What's his brother name?
City Spud.
No, City Spud is
City Spud is his brother.
Okay. Who? Oh, this is Slow Down.
Slow Down is the one with the mask. Yeah.
The mask. City Spud, right?
Yep.
And we all kicking it, but I'm telling you, so like we're watching Nelly perform from the side, like of the stage and all this stuff. When I tell you
the I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Boyz II Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
Crowd went wild. And this isn't country grammar era. This is 2000s, like 2011 or something, 13.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas is still going up for that shit. So y'all gonna stop fucking playing with him.
Look, we protect Nelly at all costs. Don't get it twisted.
At all costs. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. And another thing, to the people at the Academy that are playing with Beyonce and consistently snubbing her for album of the fucking year, y'all can.
So, okay, now question with that. So, album of the year, I don't know. I've never listened to this dude Harry Styles, so I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I felt like between the people that were nominated, I felt like it either could have been Beyonce, Lizzo, or Bad Bunny.
Okay.
And the only reason why this is Beyonce has produced something that is clearly out of her like normal realm. To be able to be the first Black woman, I think first Black person to win dance, what electronic. That's the
Yeah, I don't think
category.
she's the first Black woman though.
I think she is, because that was supposed to be his history, unless Robin S. was.
That's what I'm thinking.
nominated.
Somebody like that. That's what I'm trying to think of. Somebody like Martha Wash or something.
But maybe it's a nomination, but to win. So that was a. So with that being said, I just feel like Beyonce is consistently snubbed.
No, she did. Damn, she's the first one to win for best dance electronic album. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm like, she might not be the first nominee, but definitely. And so y'all keep playing with her, and y'all won't give that girl everything, like her just due for everything. And I feel like there's this weird thing where the people that probably are voting and people in general probably feel like, oh, everything that she does, she probably always feel like she gotta win. So it's like, no, I'm not feeling like that. I've done the work to win, and y'all keep snubbing me here. I watched part of Harry Styles' performance. It was not memorable. I got up and washed dishes. I don't think he's the coolest One Direction person.
Because he's from the group One Direction?
Ain't he from One Direction? Yeah, he's from One
Direction. I thought he was too, though. Okay.
He's from One Direction. Zayn Malik is the coolest one and the finest one. And I'm sorry, Bad Bunny, Beyonce, and Lizzo had a crazy 2022 when they dropped. And for Beyonce not to even get this, like, y'all, she had us buying. Who else do you know can have people ordering merchandise without showing us what this merchandise even look like? And it sells out in minutes.
I mean, you got to put Kendrick Lamar in there too for his album.
No, I do enjoy, but I'm somebody that enjoyed Kendrick's album. You know, there was weird conversations even surrounding Kendrick. It's a different thing, just, you know, like being in LA now. It's a different level of appreciation for Kendrick. Like I was just thinking about my homegirl had played. What was this one song? It's like him and Dr. Dre, and I hadn't heard that.
The Recipe?
Yes, I hadn't heard that in so fucking long, and I was like, oh, when I heard it yesterday, I was like, I remember the first time I heard this.
I remember when first time I heard it, I was laid up at somebody's crib overnight watching and he performed it on what's the show with the black and the white dudes where they watch the videos and stuff like of crazy people doing dumb shit or whatever on MTV or VH1.
Oh, Ridiculousness.
Yeah, and he performed that song on there. I was like, what song is that?
Smoking weed.
Yep. Yeah. I was like, who is that? I was like, Kendrick Lamar.
Women, weed, and weather, baby.
I was like, oh shit. And then I found out it was Dre on it too. I was like, oh, I'm with this dude.
So it's just different vibes. And but I wouldn't give it album of the year. I am very happy that he definitely got his just due. Because it's crazy how we know for a fact that year that he lost to Macklemore. Like he should have won. And like, where the fuck is Macklemore now?
He got a new album dropping, I saw, but that neither here nor there.
Why you got to answer for every damn thing?
I'm just saying, well, let's keep it 100. I'm not saying it's
that was very Aquarius. Like, yeah, man. Like, we do that all the time. I'm just like.
So since we talking about Aquarius, I do want to talk about, I'm going to add this as a new entry. I do want to talk about Anita Baker being the epitome of an Aquarius singer. We talked about this before, but I didn't put it in
have a special episode.
So you want to table it to next joint for this one?
No, I mean we can talk about it now, and then we can still have a special episode because Anita Baker is that great.
Yeah, because
what's your favorite? Off the top of your head, just super cool. What's your favorite Anita Baker song? Oh. And then Anita Baker is a January Aquarius, y'all, so she a little more emotional than us.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with man. I have two. I'm gonna go with Angel, and You're My Everything.
Okay. I like You Belong to Me a lot.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you can't go wrong with none of this. You can't go wrong with none of this.
But you want to know my first Anita Baker, like, well, it wasn't a purchase. My mom purchased it for me. I loved Anita Baker's Body and Soul, and she bought me the single.
Body and Soul is dope. That's what I'm saying. You can't go wrong. All these songs, there's no wrong answer.
I can't eat, I cannot sleep. None are the same.
Right, but it's the
I can't
problem.
wait to see her in concert.
I apologize. I love Fairy Tales, 365 days of the week. I'm just going through the like another one that one of my low key ones I really like is what is that one? It's one of our older joints. Not giving you the best that I got. Man, been so long.
Okay. See, I like, the thing that I love about Giving You the Best That I Got is just like, it can be, yeah, it's like anybody.
She's low key breaking up with you too, though, y'all.
Yeah, it's just like,
that's the thing about it. It's like undertones of that.
It could be, but when you really listen to it, she's like, everybody got opinions, like, about like what we got going on. We ain't even like, we blocking that out and we doing our thing and we doing it our way, which is also very Aquarius. Like, when you really think about it.
She said, I'm giving you the best that I got. I'm letting you know. I'm putting you on notice. I'm giving you the best that I got.
Yeah and no, but it's just like, this is me. And this is what it is. So what we doing? And this is how this is how I be showing up in relationships. I'm like, this is me, what we doing? It's like with me or not.
All right. CEO sues woman after being broken up with, neglected, whatever it may be. You sent this to me, Dom. Shit's crazy.
Yo, okay. So I'll read it to y'all. A CEO in Singapore filed 2 lawsuits against a woman he pursued romantically after learning she wanted to just be friends, and now is reportedly seeking around $2.3 million for the heartbreak. Kay Shigan, I think that's right.
I believe this is
more time. Did you shut your mouth? Damaged his stellar reputation and says she brought trauma, depression, and impacts to his life. He also sought $22,000 or roughly $16,800 US dollars in a since dismissed suit claiming she breached an agreement to improve their relationship. A state court struck down the smaller lawsuit on January 28th, alleging that he made manifestly groundless claims that were without foundation and took advantage of the court process in effort to intentionally vex or oppressing the defendant. The court will not be an accessory to his calculated attempt to compel engagement from the defendant, who, after years of messaging the claimant's unhappiness, has finally decided to stand up to his threats rather than cower and give into his demands. The pre-trial hearing is set for February 9th.
Damn.
So what did y'all find, or what do y'all have where y'all even a pre-trial and y'all threw out the smaller claim? And sir, you probably were an asshole, sir. And
100%.
so she didn't want to put up with your bullshit no more. And now you're trying to say that she embarrassed you and all this. Y'all, you know what? You can kick rocks. I don't understand how, this is something that men need to be taught early on. And there's still too many toxic people in the world where this isn't happening. But I hope to the people that are listening and you have a kid, a son that's young, please teach them at an early age emotional intelligence and how to handle rejection and how women say no. That does not mean you get to sue us. That does not mean you get to beat on us and get to kill us and link our sex tapes and nudes and all this shit for you to feel better. You cannot exploit us and treat us like this. Grow the fuck up.
No real G's respect you for leaking, for doing any of that. Like if you're because some men thrive off respect from other men. No real men or real players respect any of those things.
Yeah.
So
And trust me, if you leak my shit, I am suing you for everything that you got. And a lot of y'all don't even have a pot to piss in. So
how often do you think those? I mean, is it more often than not that those things
they
get leaked?
probably put it. See, what happens is they'll put it in the group chat. And then it might not necessarily be them, it might be somebody else, but you sent it
You
without
sent it to the group.
Yeah.
So because you released it because it was only you and that one person that had that. So therefore,
Yep. It's not okay. It's not okay.
not like you didn't put it on Pornhub or you made it public, but you did make it public by putting it with other people in front of the people.
Yeah. And then that's how some stuff sometimes probably gets, leaked, and the man will be like, I didn't do it. Technically you didn't, but you did. But you technically did. So
Now, where we at now?
Well,
That's weak. That's weak. I mean, but I believe this is what, England? I mean, India or Bangladesh or something?
Singapore.
Singapore. Yeah. So them cats be, y'all think our dudes be on some red pill shit. Them cats be even extra.
Grow the fuck up and move on. Go. You could have had multiple bitches by now, and you stuck here.
Yeah, and it's just a weird. It's just weird. That's just weird. And just hold the L, man. Like sometimes you got, like, as a man, you take L's, man. That's just what the game is. Just hold it. Just hold the L. There's nothing wrong with you taking the L, my G. Just hold that L.
It's so annoying. It's so
L's bring you character, my man. L's bring you character.
Oh my God.
Trust me, L's bring you character. But another one is this woman that basically killed another woman so she could fake her own death and take her life.
That's still so weird to me. That it is when I saw this, it just didn't make any sense. And why couldn't you just disappear? Like some people go to other countries. People just kind of like and start a new life where they don't want to do with their family or whatever no more. And I ain't even gonna hold you. I bet the dude, her boyfriend, put her up to this bullshit.
You think so?
Man, listen, because he's involved in it.
But what's the benefit for him though?
I don't fucking know, but it's all dumb. And so a German woman is accused of murdering a lookalike she found on Instagram in an elaborate attempt to fake her own death. The alleged perpetrator, identified only as 23-year-old Sharaban K, killed beauty blogger Khadija. It looked like Khadija, but it's like an extra D. Also 23 in Germany last August, according to investigators. Khadija O had been brutally stabbed more than 50 times with her body on her body and left on the back seat of Sharaban's Mercedes.
Damn.
And so
yeah.
And
but
so
like
Sharaban and an accomplice identified as her boyfriend Shakir, which is Shekir. So y'all not gonna confuse him with how we spell Shakir. Mm-hmm. Subsequently went into hiding. When the body was found, the police traced the car's registration back to Sharaban's case family. Given the corpse had been disfigured, investigators assumed that she was the victim. However, the autopsy uncovered that the actual victim was Khadija, prompting an ongoing investigation into the bizarre case dubbed as the doppelganger murder. So it's just like,
so they didn't really give a reason why they did it. Like
but it's just wild. Like people, it's just, I'm telling you,
is it like insurance money? Like what was
like nothing like that. And when things like that kind of happen, it's both of them. I'm not gonna fully put it on the man, but
how many times do you think this could have happened in the past?
Where she's done this, or where
no, I'm talking people in general, where somebody literally living somebody else's life, they look just like them and killed them or something. Like from the let's say the
I don't
50s.
think that's happening.
Let's say like in the 50s, something like that. Where
that probably could have happened, but then
that's what I'm talking about.
But I mean, unless they knock the teeth out, dental records.
Yeah, but that stuff
like we
wasn't
would have
really.
heard more about that than anything. If anything, we just know it's like Carol Baskin's husband, who was declared dead. He went to another country.
Did he?
Yeah,
They found him.
he been living like in fucking like Peru or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
so Carol Baskin's son, dude,
She
not
didn't
dead.
beat him to the Lions. She was for real when she's yes. Carol Baskin's husband is not dead. He is safe and sound, living in Peru. He probably mainly just wanted to get away from her crazy ass.
Oh damn, it's popping up. So they just found him. They just found him.
I don't think they just found him. He been around for a minute. We just found him out.
It says Clarence, Missouri, he was forged because of Pleasant Experience Club. So this is still weird though.
And they could because if they can't find you after 7 years, I think it's 7 years where they legally declare you dead.
Right. It says Don Lewis has been found alive in Costa Rica over 20 years after his disappearance. Wow. So he's alive.
He's alive and well. He probably got a whole nother family down there.
I'm trying, but damn. He
like
must
somebody needs to go and interview him because I bet that he didn't want to deal with her, with them damn all them animals. I feel like out the gate, you can even when they show old interviews of him, he did not want to be involved in none of this.
Yeah, no, it seemed like it definitely did.
Damn, so he did that because that girl was probably controlling and he was over this bullshit and was like, I'm out. Because she had given him money because he was talking about trying to go and flip it. And she was like, he was trying to prove to me that he was responsible to be able to function on his own or some shit like that. He was not trying to mess with her.
That's weird as fuck.
Because he knew in the end that it would hurt his pockets more to divorce her than he was worth being dead. I'm telling you.
Like, okay, you got your settlement by me being dead.
Yeah, you got that, and I've been down here.
Damn,
I think he had some money. I think he had money, right?
Yeah, he was paid.
Yeah, he knew, and they probably lived and because they were in Oklahoma, which probably is a common a community property state.
He knew he couldn't get out of there.
Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna lose all this shit dealing with this bitch and these damn lions and tigers and bears. Damn. Oh my, I'm just gonna die.
Man, damn. So last up, I'm gonna play this clip here for everybody. It's I'm just gonna let y'all listen to it. It is of a radio show where a woman talks about this. I'm just gonna play it for y'all. All right, so
listen, you guys. So here's the DM, okay? It says basically, hey, Dee, don't say my name because I don't want to tear my family apart just yet, okay? It says, my uncle died and I was in charge of cleaning out his apartment because my mom and dad, they live out of town. When they came in town for the funeral, he was saying they don't have time to clean out his uncle's apartment. So he says, I found some old DVDs while cleaning out his apartment. He said, I took them home to get a good laugh. He said they were porn DVDs that he takes home. He said, I took them home because I thought my girlfriend and I could get a good laugh. He says, well, it's a big mistake. Number one, they were tapes of him. And he says that was totally gross to see a younger version of my uncle banging out chicks. But then he says, number two, he realized that one of the chicks was his mom. Yes. Okay. Well, he says, yes, my mom and uncle at one point had sex, right? And he says they taped it, and he's like, wow. He goes on to say, I'm not sure if this was before my dad came along, but since they were brothers, my dad had to be around somewhere. He says, I know this was in the 90s because on the TV in the background, it had Arsenio Hall show on. So he says, Dee, I'm disgusted. Should I confront my mom and say I've seen this sex tape? Do I ask my dad about it and tell him, or does he take it to the grave? What do y'all think he should do?
In this clip that y'all listened to, as y'all heard, basically a dude found out his mom and his dad's brother were having sex. He found the DVD of the sex tape. like, and he was asking, what should he do? As you can hear in there, what should he do? Hey man, you gotta ride that out, man. Like you shouldn't. There's no purpose in saying nothing.
Why do people that be messing around
Record.
on the low be filming shit? And
What,
you
this
put it on
before,
DVD.
but no, this before you didn't know people was gonna. If this is on DVD, you. So he didn't think it's not. It wasn't accessible. He think like, oh, this in the back cut in the right part of the closet, up under my jacket, up under the mattress. Like that's the extra mattress. So he didn't think nobody was gonna find this shit, but he passed away. He was helping clean out his crib.
It just doesn't make sense to me. Like it, and it's not even about somebody finding something. You just never know. Like we all know at some point we got an exit day, right? We just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I am just thinking that it's something like that. Come on now. Come on. Like, what is the, and I get it, but I wonder, I'm going to be honest. They probably was, oh, you want to know what's crazy? Is that he really probably mad because he questioned his paternity.
Ooh, shit. I didn't even think about that part. Because he's like, because his mom and dad are still married. Everything. This is from like the late 90s.
Like, and I can't believe that brother recorded that. That's because can you imagine like having that? You would pretty much have to be somebody's slave, having that and holding it, being able, because you can use that as blackmail. Because you have it recorded.
But it's not really blackmail. It's not really blackmail when we both in the dirt. So she probably was like, well, you would be implicated too. It's not like you're an outside person that can do that. That's your brother. Like shit. Yeah. So you in the doghouse too. So that's probably why she thought it was all good. And she got away with it as far as we know right now.
I would like to know, like, we gotta keep track of these stories and circle back and see like what happens. Because to me, it just doesn't make, I just wouldn't, I don't know. But see, and it would still be crazy because even if, since the uncle is dead, it was still the DNA test, even if he, tried to swab the daddy and swab the mom, it would still be enough markers where it would still say, yeah, that's your daddy. Like, like it's not the other person.
Because the DNA is going to be too close because they're brothers.
It's going to be too close because they're brothers. Unless they got different daddies or something or different mamas. Yeah, it's too close. Man, that's fucked up.
Dude, and the thing about that, you sitting there watching, he thinking it's regular stuff on these DVDs, like family stuff, do whatever. You pop this in and your mom is popping on a handstand with your uncle. It's two levels to it. One, your mom is on a sex tape. That's the first thing finding out. Then the second thing is when you veer up and you see, because no, he said it. He said he saw his uncle in a sex tape. He was like, oh, this is crazy. And then he sees that it's his mom. So you got two layers of craziness.
Why you watching shit that's like blank anyway? Like you kind of was asking for this information.
So you said because it was that, but what if it said family BBQ on there, like from 97?
It wouldn't say nothing like that because that gives it access to anybody, but damn.
You think it's probably a blank DVD? It's probably blank.
I think it's just probably blank. Or he probably thought, or maybe he found it in the case of like a porno, and then thought it was, the real thing presents whatever, and it ain't, and it's your uncle, and then you skip ahead and you like, what the fuck?
That's my mama.
Cause like, okay, I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Because the moment I saw that this was homemade, I would probably be inclined to just hit stop.
Yeah, as soon as I saw like the date and the time on there, like
yeah, I'm like, okay,
hey, hold on, hold your leg up right there, Celia.
And so I'm hitting stop because I don't know who. Like, I don't want to see nothing else because I just don't want to know.
I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think, but maybe he wanted to see his uncle, and maybe he's like, man, I'm gonna see my uncle put in some work.
That's weird.
I know it's weird as fuck, but I'm just trying to think about a possibility of like him, like, damn, look at my. Maybe he's like, man, look at my uncle putting in work. Oh, hold up, that's my mama. And I don't know if he didn't really talk if it was before, after, when this was, or whatever. But man,
fucked up, man.
He's sitting in heaven like that's on y'all.
No.
He's sitting in heaven like that's on y'all.
Like, yeah, because you went through my shit. Like, and I get it, but it's like, why are you even going through your uncle's stuff? Like, I mean, and I get it, people pass away, people, you know, like, but does he not have kids? Did he not have a girlfriend? Why are you doing this? Was it, you know, like, and I know what that's like to have to do that, right? I had to help my mom do that when my cousin passed. And so, because it was like nobody else, like, you know, unfortunately, like to do it, right? And I was just like, yeah, like it wasn't terrible. Like it wasn't like, oh my God, or anything like that, where it was like embarrassing or like humiliating. But it was just like, damn, like, I got some sex toys. Like, I'm thinking about this now. Like,
and if you pass away, to like, I gotta go through Dom's stuff, and you got the.
Could you imagine somebody going through your phone, like afterwards, like seeing what messages? Like, what if you had a day where you was mad at your sibling, and you said something to like Doja or Sleepy or Adrian about your brother, and it was like, but you was mad.
And that's the last thing I text.
That's fucked up.
Fuck that nigga. And that's the last thing. And then, you know, you get into a car accident right afterwards.
That's fucked up. But we know.
But this is similar. We don't know how his uncle died. It could have been something like that, though. And I was like, damn, they finna clean out my. I wonder if he in the escalator to heaven, like, oh shit, they finna clean out my crib. Hey, God, can you do your little magic and erase that DVD? No, that's my only wish. Don't we get 3 wishes like a genie?
Do your magic and erase that. Nah, God be like, listen, I do a lot of shit, but you did a lot of shit.
No, don't we get 3 wishes?
I don't let you up here. You on your own. They be
don't we get 3 wishes when we get to heaven? Like, this is I only want one. Just erase that. My nephew is walking into the house right now. Watch. I need this to be erased.
You are silly. You are
like
silly.
Right now. Jesus, can you talk to your daddy? Talk to him.
Boy, get off my phone. Get off my phone.
Talk to him. Erase this, please. Man. Okay, Mary, can you plead with these other people? You start pleading with everybody in heaven. Like, just plead. Joseph.
He's like, look
here, man. You've been here a long time.
I ain't even that man real daddy. Like, leave me alone.
Yeah, look, and you believe in miracles. You obviously had a son that you believe is yours, is not yours. So can you talk to them? I'm not the first person to ask for this. I'm sure I'm not the first brother to ask for this. I'm sure there's a line of brothers with DVDs with some situations they want erased.
Like, I am done with your shenanigans. This is just disgusting. Like, it's just disgusting all around, to be quite honest.
It is.
So,
What would you do if with your dad it was a DVD with your dad and some random woman?
I'm not putting it, because the way my mind, I don't even want to know. Like, you know,
so if it was a DVD, just DVDs there, you wouldn't even watch it?
Especially if they were blank. I'm like, don't watch that shit. You don't even want to know. Like, it could be something weird on there. Like, don't even do that shit. Like, I remember one time I found like a box of condoms in my dad's car, and I was just like, ugh. I'm glad you're protecting yourself and making sure that I remain the baby, but like, still, ugh.
How old were you when you found them?
Was that like in middle school or high school?
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah. So I was like old enough to know what it was, what was happening. Yeah. I just and like, it's funny because like I remember my sister bought like the Ancestry kit, but she never turned it in, right? So you know they give you the option to see if you have like other matches, siblings, or something like that. And she's like, I would never check that. just because I would just never want to know, you know, daddy got some other kid out there. I was just like, girl, who gives a fuck? Like,
We grown now.
yeah, I'm like, we are grown. Like, it's whatever.
Hey man, your daddy got DVDs right there now. You send him that clip. I bet you be like, oh shit, hold on, let me go.
So you're asking me to unblock somebody to send a clip? No, absolutely.
Like your dad?
Deuces, I'm moving on to something better.
Oh, did you block your daddy on social media?
In life.
Oh, and like, okay, all right, that's a whole different thing. I thought, okay, we have that had to be the ABC After School Special, series After School Special for that one. I thought you just saying you blocked him on social media, not in life. Sorry, bro.
No, yeah, no.
Yeah, that turned a different way that I thought this wasn't gonna go. I thought you was gonna be a little bit more lighthearted.
Yeah, no. Lighthearted, yeah. You know, 'tis the season of love. We got these candles.
Let's go. There we go. Good transition.
So love to get 30% off of your purchase of $50 or more at checkout at SAINT-Angeles ANGELES.com. Click the candles column, and yeah, like get your freak on, because we have some amazing scents. I have 2 new scents. We got one called Papa Gâteau, which is sugar daddy in French. It smells that good. This man might blow a bag on you. So it's a little more masculine. It got amber, like cedar wood, and all that stuff in there. I got another one, Place Saint Michel, which has like teak wood in it. It's all the vibes, and you know. But if you really trying to like spruce it up, get La Partition, which is an homage to Beyonce's Partition. Think about the dancing when she's doing the breakdown dance for Jay-Z. It smells like sex. It's good. And then Moulin Rouge, we got bergamot in it, as well as like sea salt and orchid, a splash of vanilla. Bergamot, guys, is an aphrodisiac. Light it up, get your freak on, and I am not responsible for any children that are conceived while you are fucking around burning my candles. That's all.
Not at all. Also, make sure you check out our Married at First Sight reviews on Dom's channel. St. Angeles is, just put that in there. It'll pop up. And if you go to the SOLC main page, it's on there. You can just go right to it. It's right there for you to access. I'm interested to see what's going on this week. We've been pretty cohesion on a lot of different things that's going on over there. Man,
it's so much fun. It's so funny, like having this conversation from like with like a cis hetero like male. It's so much fun, and
because I be on some other shit like, you know, he's still fucking old girl.
Right. It's just really funny, and we're having a good time unpacking these couples. Because now Janelle, hopefully Janelle does join us tomorrow. Thursday when we record. And so we are hoping that, I told her that you call him the Marlboro Man. She called Clint something else. But I couldn't remember. I said, no, Daryl, that's the Marlboro Man. And she fell out. So we got nicknames for him. We doing all this stuff. And people really we just got to do better as human beings, for real. Like, get into relationships. We all got our shit, but these people will be 6 weeks removed from their old lives, and they be full of shit, and the therapist and the matchmakers don't come in as much. It's wild. And I know tomorrow's episode is going to be wild, because you had the girl last week tell the boy that she's not attracted to the people that look like him in particular. And I don't know, but we record these shows live into YouTube, so you're able to interact with us and leave comments, and it's such a good time. It's such a good time.
So y'all want to hear me be on some reality show fuckery? You ain't gonna see me on too much other different things, but this one is fun.
I don't know how I convinced him, but I felt really good, and I'm in
now. I'm in.
Now
Yeah,
that you're investing, you're like, what's gonna happen on decision day? Because y'all already starting off very rocky.
Look, decision day is gonna be, man.
Decision day gonna be wild.
So, yeah, we'll talk. I'll talk about some stuff. I've been doing some online stalking of some people.
Oh, don't tell me yet. Surprise me.
I know. Yeah, no, I am.
Daryl be hella invested into it. And last week he surprised me with some stuff, and I was like, oh my God. So I can't wait. So yeah, y'all be sure to tune into that. And D, what else you got going?
Yeah, no, everybody, make sure y'all keep checking us out. Man, I appreciate everybody listening as always. And yeah, we'll be back next 2 weeks as always.
Oh, and then we'll have our birthday reviews.
Yes, because both our birthdays are coming up.
Y'all to put up too. Like, I'll send it to you because I'm having a party Thursday, which is
you're having a party in LA?
Yeah.
Where are you having it at?
It's this spot called the Blonde Barber. So we used to have these Tuesday nights. We would have it, huh?
You doing it next Thursday?
No, this Thursday.
So
okay. Yeah, because my birthday is unfortunately on Super Bowl Sunday. So
ain't nobody doing shit.
Yeah, so I know nobody's gonna do shit. So Thursday, Blonde Barber, we're gonna turn up and have a really good time. Play some Beyonce. Hopefully, I know Jahan is coming, so hopefully Dave comes, so we could be like playing cozy and all this stuff. Take some shots to our new Grammy winners.
No, that's super dope.
Celebrate life, like y'all. When I tell y'all this time last year, I was miserable. So I feel really good. I'm really excited to celebrate my birthday. This is 35 part 2. So
I mean, next week the week after that I'll be 42. I'm really 41 plus 1. Yeah, I don't count the COVID year.
Yeah, but this is the first time that I explained this to you. The air feels different. I don't know. I had a dream that I got a client that wanted 1,000 candles of a certain scent, and then wanted another 1,000. I told my sister, she's like, "Can you even do that?" I was like, "Yes, I can do that." I would not be going to work that week. But I would fulfill that order. It would take me probably about a week to fulfill it, or depending on how many I can knock out. I was like, because you could pretty much knock out 100 in a day. I feel like.
You'd be like, I got COVID. I can't come in.
Yeah, I would just be like, yo, I got a family emergency and I got to jet out, and that's what I would do.
Hey, we putting that into the atmosphere 1,000. We need somebody buying 1,000 candles.
Yeah, and I'm about to. Yeah, I'm trying to. That's one of my goals this year is to take on a couple of wholesale clients. So that's also something that I really want to work on. So I have to get on that. Looking at shops around the way, and also I would love to be in like a Nordstrom. Whether it be web, certain stores, certain markets, I would love that. So I'm also going to be researching that because I know that Nordstrom is one of the easier doors to get into. So
yeah, we are set up to go. But make sure y'all get these candles before Valentine's Day.
Yes, get them.
All right, we will see y'all. Peace.